This is going to be a video to show you my exam scores, to show you the proof for my study guide. So I think it works, and I think if other people use it, it will give them the same results. So I'm just going to show you all my exam scores from the very first one to the most recent one. And you're going to be able to tell when I started using the study guide on a regular basis and when I just wasn't using anything. So let's go. So we'll start all the way from the beginning, back when I was E3 going for E4. So you can see here, I'm not using Anki at this point, and basically I'm kind of just getting average scores, or below average, I guess, whatever you think average is. So this is my very first test. I got a 44 at an 80, not using anything, didn't even read the thing. And kind of the same thing here. I think my score actually got worse. I'm not using any study guides. I'm not really reading the bibs. At this point, I didn't even know where the bibs were. And keep going. So this one, I did a little bit better. And I also had a really good eval, which helped me pick up. I think this was the one I picked up E4 on. Yeah, so still not really using anything. I think I just, for this one, I just took my time and just really took my time. Still not studying at all. And then for E4 to E5 testing, same thing, just not studying. My scores kind of went back to what they were, not really taking it seriously, getting 40s and stuff. And it basically goes like that for a couple tests. Then I think I got another EP here, or EP, MP together here. And my scores are just basically that 40s, 50s. Let me see. This is the one I got, the EP. And my score actually went down from the previous one. And so still, I think that was 4 tests I just clicked through. I'm not studying, not using any study guides, not even reading the bibs. I'm just walking into the test and just guessing, basically. And after I had that EP and didn't pick up, that's when I started to take this a little bit more serious, and I started to look into what I could do to do better on the exam. And I did a little bit better. Then we're going to be able to see, I think it was right here. So I got a 59, right? And at this point, I was really frustrated. I really wanted to pick up. And you can see the pickup rate was really high then. It was 142. So I was getting really frustrated, and that's why I started thinking, how can I do this? How can I actually pass these exams, and do better on these exams? And then I remembered, that's kind of this point right here is when I found Anki, and that's when I started putting the plan together and started making the study guide. And let's see, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so this 70, that's when I first started using Anki, not really reliably, but once I saw this 70 come out, that's why I was like, whoa, maybe this thing work. And I believe at this point I was using it kind of sporadically, maybe a couple of times a month. I made a whole ass study guide with 20 or 2,000 cards, and I wasn't even using it. And then I started using it maybe 2 or 3 times a month, and I got a 70. And so I'm like, okay, maybe this works. So pushing on, I started using it more reliably, a couple times a week, and then my score went up. I thought I was just gonna get another 70, or maybe just below a 70, but my score just kept going up. And then I made the connection, the more I use this study guide, the better I'm doing. And so once I got this 75, I kind of reworked the whole study guide. I went through all the bibs again, and I started using it every single day, Sunday to Sunday. I was using that thing all the day because I really wanted to pick up. And so I think after the 75, that's when I got my first 80. I didn't think I was going to get an 80. I thought I was just going to get something like a 75 or 70, really high. Because at this point, I never seen anybody get an 80, and I still didn't pick up. So I was hurt, but at this point, I knew that this thing was working. And so from then on, when was this? I don't even remember when this was. Anyway, that's the first 80. Then, I didn't pass, so I had to take the test again. So I took it again, got another 80. Then I finally passed in December 2021. So that was after the September 2021 exam. So I got like 2 80s in a row, and then got knocked down to E4. So I had to start taking the test again. And at this point, just didn't have an eval, so I wasn't gonna pick up. But I just cranked out another 80. At this point, that's 3 80s in a row, and all I'm doing is just using Anki. I remember for this one, I didn't even read the bibs because I've been using Anki for so long, and I read the bibs like at least twice, all of them like twice by that point. So I'm just using Anki every day. At this point, it was like 3 or 4 times a week, and just going through the cards. And then the most recent one I took, the most recent one, that was like September 2024, and for that exam I just used Anki, didn't even read the bibs, and just kept using it, and it's just been back to back to back, just good scores. So you can go back and pause the video and look at all the scores if you want, and all the progression, but you can clearly see, like, once I got that 59, I started using Anki on a more regular basis, like a couple times a week. Then I got a 70. Then I started using it more and more because I saw the connection. Like, the more I use Anki, the more my scores go up. And then once I started using it just pretty much as my main study tool, like, my scores they went to 80, and they just stayed there. And I didn't have this video, probably about 10 minutes, but I didn't have the study guide. I had to sit here, read all the bibs, and make it. That took a long time. And so if you're a corpsman, who's enlisted, like, just got in, or you plan to stay in, you're gonna have to take the test. So this method is the only method I've seen that has gotten me 80s. No one else I know has gotten an 80 on the exam. So I think this method works. At least it works for me. So I think, since it's free and I think it's really easy to use, and I kind of showed you how to use it, I hope people will sit here and use it as well, so they don't have to struggle to pick up anymore. Now, I think the best way to do it is to use the study guide that I made, because I already made the cards for it. And I think you should read the bibs yourself and use the cards on a regular basis. I mean, the studying takes, like, even when you just start, it takes like 30 minutes. Do that a couple times. Focus on reading the corpsman manual and just using the study guide, and I think your scores will pick up. And I hope they do. And if they don't, write me an angry email to tell me how much my stuff sucks. So that's basically it. This is gonna be the last video for Anki, unless I have another reason to make more. So I think everything's out there. Like, the proof is out there. How to download the guide is out there. The method for how to make your own study guide if you're not a corpsman for different rates is out there. I broke them up into little videos. And then there's the whole long, old 30-minute video. So if you have any questions, concerns, issues, just email me, and I'll help you out the best I can. Thanks.